seem so easy to talk about social media management when it comes to consumer brands. But what about those less exciting and more serious businesses? Those ones that everybody needs, but they often get the bad rap for being boring or ordinary. Fear not, I have personally interviewed dozens of top marketing professionals and boring business owners on my former podcast, Marketing for Your Boring Business, so that you can have a roadmap for creating informational, interactive, and dare I even say, fun content. So in this video, I will share with you strategies and examples that you can use to help turn those seemingly dull brands from boring to bumpin'. Hi, my name is Desiree Martinez, an agency owner, loyal Sendible customer since 2011, and your guide through all things social media management. Make sure to hit that subscribe button below if you are with an agency wanting to streamline your social media management workflow and stay up to date with all things social media marketing. Now, our team is there to help you with any social media management or inspiration needs. So they've prepped an extra resource as a guide that you can check out in the description below for additional resources, pointers, and industry-specific examples to help you on your boring content creation journey. When it comes to boring brands, the most common reason that they are perceived as boring is because they're either common, an industry filled with complicated jargon, and oftentimes needed when no one wants them. In other words, the plumber and dentist that you can't live without, but rather would avoid dealing with until it's necessary. If you're going to market a brand like this on social media, I want to highlight these common pitfalls and no-nos so you can flip the script so that the brand you're working with can portray the awesomeness that it actually has. So before we start brainstorming ideas, here are some common pitfalls to avoid when you're working with a brand that doesn't have a super exciting product to sell. Boring brands are often perceived as being salesy. It's common to post a ton of get in touch with us posts based around common and seasonal issues. Don't get too carried away. If homeowners need to do seasonal maintenance on their HVAC system, posting for them to call your business isn't going to make that happen. On the flip side, a well thought out checklist completed with actionable tips or an informational video could make a huge difference in the potential customer's day-to-day life. Our advice, replace salesy posts with educational information and real life examples and stories to get the follower to take action. Also, consider checking out our content ideas video for more on what you can do as a way to replace those generic salesy posts. Of all the social media sharing options that are available, sharing links can be the worst. Most of the time, boring businesses spend time and money on writing blogs to help them with their SEO and search-based strategy. So link sharing becomes a byproduct of this. The problem is that social networks and consumers prefer videos and images over linked content. They want to get information in nugget-sized pieces right there and then without leaving the social media platform they are browsing. In fact, links aren't even considered in the top 5 most valuable content types. Does this mean you can't or shouldn't share links? Absolutely not. You just need to post them in the right way and at the right time. When sharing a link to a resource like a brand's website or a blog post, consider posting an image or video with the link in the description or as the first comment. You also want to make sure that when you are sharing that link, that it has a social-friendly header image that can also auto-generate by the platform to catch your audience's attention. Our advice, your best bet when it comes to posting on social media for a boring business will be to use different forms of media to appear as human and approachable as possible. That means you should focus on creating visuals that are authentic, meaning minimizing stock photography, visually appealing, and tell the story of the brand. I'm not a lawyer or a plumber or a doctor or a financial planner. I didn't study to be one, and if I am seeking one out to work with, it's most likely because I have no idea what I'm doing. So when a service-based business starts talking in industry jargon, I am not only completely lost, but they're also really turning me off. There's no faster way to lose a customer than to talk down to them or use industry jargon that I don't understand. This causes so many feelings, including overwhelm, feeling inadequate, or just feeling dumb. You don't want your potential customers to feel this way. If your boring business client is talking in industry terms without context or definition, you are going to lose that follower. Our advice, you're going to need to make sure that you are spending time decoding the industry terms and educating the audience about what they are so that your audience knows what they need from that boring business. By spending time doing this, you are not only educating the audience, but also building trust with them because you are taking the time to educate them. All brands are complex and filled with amazing people who do extraordinary things for their customers. So when a brand's social media is just a monosyllabic or sharing the same dry message over and over, they're going to lose any chance of building an audience that actually cares about them. Our advice? All service-based businesses have stories, a unique perspective, and a way to be relatable. So spend time showing that off. What are some crazy customer stories that they can share? What makes the brand and individuals who are part of it unique? Spend time developing and telling those stories and watch the engagement grow. All right, it wouldn't be our piece of content if we didn't give you an actionable piece of advice. So here are 8 ideas of inspiration to breathe life, fun, and relatability into your boring clients' social media. We live in a world of TikTok and fun trends that are always on the rise. Watch what is happening on social media as a whole and see how you can tie your client's brand into that trend in a non-forceful way. Sometimes it can be as simple as using the audio and educating the audience with that sound in the background. Also remember, you don't have to be literal with the sounds. For example, with this audio, you can easily tailor it to your client's biggest issue with their clients and then educate them to see how it could be fixed. Things are always happening in the world that affect us all in different ways. If there is something happening that relates to your client's business, have them respond, educate, or react to it. Topical content is similar to trending, which means your client can ride a trend that is relevant to their business and the world. Speaking of reacting, doing content, especially videos, reacting to something is insanely popular on social media. If the brand can react to something industry related and then explain and give an opinion on it, you are in for some really engaging content that will give your client a unique opportunity to connect with their audience. In contrast to reacting, they can also try things that are related to their business. In this example, expert plumber Roger Wakefield tries plumbing hacks that he found on TikTok to see if they worked or not. This is awesome because it not only educates the audience, but it also shines light on things that may or may not work. Now, these don't need to be anything super fancy, just your client doing their thing. See, someone doing their job is always interesting. Digging in someone's mouth or painting a wall or building something, we are a society that loves to see how things are done. Spend some time seeing how you can show off your client in action and make sure the post has a good story to support what's happening. Another option is to bring people into the fold of their business, allowing for people to relate to them in a way that removes the boring parts and makes them a person that they want to know. And because more than likely you are just like them. When you do a day in the life video or a photo carousel, they get to see what it takes to do what you do. You can even take it to the next level by having your team members do this too and add an extra layer of accountability. If this sounds daunting to you, just start by recording and taking photos of the various things that you do in a day without worrying about saying something or doing something specific. You can put the video together later and add a voiceover that makes sense if you want to. For photos, you can upload them and then write what you did in the captions of each photo, explaining what you were doing and why it's important for your business and your customers. One of the biggest issues with boring businesses is that we as an audience have no idea what's going on most of the time. There is this massive barrier between what is going on and what we need and the boring brand explaining what is going on. For example, I have had car insurance since I got my license, but every time I sign up with a company or get my renewal, I never know exactly what it is I'm looking at. And it seems like every time they try to explain it to me, they're most likely speaking some foreign language. If there was a way to have this explained to me so that I felt comfortable with what I was purchasing, I am more likely to be loyal to that company. Your boring brand can do this too. Educate your audience in a non-monotone kind of a way with the industry, what you need to know, and maybe some visual examples to support it. Education is one of the best and most engaged with form of content on social media, so tap into it. If I've said it once, I'll say it again. It is one thing for you to toot your own horn, but it's a totally different thing when someone does it for you. Asking your customers for reviews on Facebook or Google My Business allows for others to tell how awesome your services are and how it changes their life and at least made it a little bit better. As business owners, we always have something going on and something that we are doing. Participating in events and activities is a gold mine for post engagement and interaction. You can use native tools like Facebook or LinkedIn events to schedule an event, comment with your audience about the upcoming event, and when the event happens, you can live stream, record video, and take pictures, giving your audience some serious FOMO, and of course, to share it with them later. This shows your audience you're connecting and you care for the community you have cultivated, and sharing the things that matter to your business at its core. At Sendible, we love a good national holiday. Any chance that we can celebrate, have fun, and create fun social media posts is really our time to shine. We love holidays so much that we have a whole resource guide of hundreds of holidays and editable graphics that you can share with your customers. This is a way to lighten up your feed and try something fun and new. As a bonus, the more personal and relatable it is, resulting in you getting really into it, the better it is going to do. The only thing that really keeps your social media boring is when you forget to be the awesome person that you and your team are. If you're wanting post ideas to keep your content calendar filled with engaging content, make sure to watch this video that I have for you right here, and watch this video here because YouTube thinks you are really going to like it. And until next time, remember, keep it simple.